Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Representative Davis asked the Governor a good question. He asked him, where would the resources come from? Would it be additional, or would it be? And his answer was, and you heard it, was that the resources and money can come from, quote, those underused somewhere else. Those underused somewhere else. Now, you're the 4 agencies that the somewhere else would come from. Can you tell me quickly, given the time constraints, can you tell me where they're underused somewhere else? The resources. Start with you, Admiral.
Well, thank you for that question, sir. I really can't pull it out right now where I can think of a place where our resources are underused that we could deploy to Puerto Rico. What I can tell you is that where we are applying our resources is as close to the shipment point down in the transit zone as possible. We believe that our strategy of intercepting the cocaine destined for Hispaniola, which creates secondary flow over to the island of Puerto Rico, is best intercepted where it's coming out of the gate, where we can get it in bulk before it gets to the mainland, where it's parceled up into smaller packages and becomes the real problem that the Governor is wrestling with right now, sir.
Ms. Ayala, could you tell us where in your department the underused somewhere else is?
For the record, sir, I cannot tell you where we got anything underused.
I would say the same, but I would say that in order to try to address this threat, we have surged at least 7 people since January to the San Juan area to assist the Puerto Rico Police Department in identifying violent gang members and seizing weapons from the street. Obviously, this is a temporary situation, but we do have several, at least 10 to 14 people that are in the pipeline identified to come on to be hired on a permanent basis. And we're just waiting for approval of the Puerto Rico Trust Fund budget for FY13 and 14 to make that a reality.
Sure. In terms of Customs and Border Patrol, could you tell me where the underutilized somewhere else is?
Good late morning, Ranking Member Keating. We don't have any underutilized locations, under-resourced locations, over-resourced locations at this point. Our workload staffing model governs how we deploy our resources, and that's based on both the volume and the risk of each port of entry nationally. And we have, in Puerto Rico, a significant volume of passengers and trade coming through, and also threats as described by the Governor and Resident Commissioner Pierre Luisi.
So we're 0 for 3. Could I ask Mr. Castelnutt, where's the underused somewhere else in your department?
No, sir, ours would be the same. We lay our downs nationally as prioritizations and adjust those based on mission need.
So I would suggest, given the answers of our panel, there's no underused somewhere else, and the answer might be more allocation of overall resources, and that's the answer. That's the only answer I'm left with, and we reduce those things in budgets. So there's my conclusion. I wanted to follow up on that. I'll yield back the rest of my